Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our WLHS International Live program this morning in January 15th, 2026. We're happy to be here at 7 a.m. here in Wisconsin, and we have people registered from all over the world, and we're eager to share this program today with you all. As I mentioned, we have an overview program today to give you a big picture of our program here at Wisconsin Lutheran High School, to be able to answer questions that you have and share the benefits of coming here with you today.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dewey. I appreciate you introducing this live session. This is just a reminder of what these live sessions are for. As Mr. Dewey said, they're being recorded, but it gives us time to answer any questions that we might have after the presentation. You get an overview of our school, and maybe some time for us to connect with people that are interested in our school. So that could be students or agents. And then again, the reminder is that it is recorded, and this will be shared later for you to view again later, as we might not be able to hear everything clearly the first time. So thanks, Mr. Dewey. And yeah, thank you. Just to introduce myself, and then I'll have Eric introduce himself. My name is Nathan King. I am the International Admissions Director here at Wisconsin Lutheran High School. Sometimes we call our school WISCO also, so I might refer to us as WISCO. But I have really three roles here. I work with our students from China and Vietnam, and also some other regions like the continent of Africa. So I get to travel to some of these places throughout the year, visit with parents, and visit with interested students and agents. I also teach a class to our new international students here. And then I also run the American Mentor to New International Student Program. So every new international student is paired up with an American mentor student. In fact, yesterday, Mr. Dewey and I went snow tubing with our American mentors and new international students. It's one way that we can learn to enjoy the winter time here in Wisconsin, but then also a way that our students feel welcomed into our high school family here at Wisco. But a little bit more about me too. I used to live in China. I lived there for 7 years, teaching ESL classes. And I worked at a different private high school in northern Wisconsin for 8 years before this, working with international students in a homestay environment. And it's my second year here at Wisco, and I'm glad to be here working with our international student population.
Great, thanks, Nate. I'm going to call you Nate on the program here, even though during the school day I call you Mr. King for the students' sake, right? So I'll introduce myself as Eric, and I'm the director of the international program. I am beginning my 10th year at the high school now. I've loved working here in this program and living here in the city of Milwaukee. I'm from Wisconsin originally. I grew up here, have spent most of my life here in Wisconsin, but I also have had some study and living experiences in other places as well. I did my first study abroad experience in Costa Rica, and had studied there for 2 different terms. And then after graduating from university, I lived and studied and worked and taught in Thailand for altogether for 5 years. I came back to USA, and I taught English at the university level for a few years before coming here to Wisconsin Lutheran High School. So in my role at the high school, I, like you, Mr. King, Nate, I work with families from around the world, helping inform them about the high school, helping them through the admissions process. I work with some of the different departments on campus to make sure that our students are well cared for, and then helping reach out to the families and to the agencies supporting the family throughout the entire enrollment process to make sure that we wrap around our care around the students. So we're happy to tell you more about our school today. Um, we are the oldest private Lutheran high school in the USA. We were founded in 1903. So if my math is good, that means we are celebrating 123 years this year. Nate, you're saying I have good math. That's good.
Good math.
123 years of history. Um, and high school for us here is a private high school experience. College preparatory, meaning that most of our students are coming here because they're preparing their academics and their life to get ready for a great university experience after high school. Um, we are a day and boarding school. Most of our students are local American high school students. So you're really coming into a traditional private high school here in the USA. But we have a day school component as well, or a boarding school component as well, as we welcome students from all over the world, and we have a wonderful dormitory on campus for housing them. And we have both boys and girls at our school. High school in the USA is for grades 9 through 12. So those are the grades that we enroll here. Um, as a private school, I would say that we're big for a private school, over 900 students in grades 9 through 12. And just 7% of that population is international, which doesn't sound like a large percentage. But when you think about it, when we have 60 international students on campus this year, that is still a very substantial population. And as you can see on the screen, we're welcoming students from many, many different countries over the last years. This year, I believe we have 17 different countries represented on our campus. The picture that you see here is special because these are the students coming as the first representative from their country this year. We had an incredible year of diversity and growth with welcoming new nations. So you can see 6 new nations we welcome to our campus for the first time this year.
Great. Thank you, Eric. Eric said that he's originally from Wisconsin. I'm not. I'm originally from the state of Colorado, but I'd like to tell you why I've come to appreciate and love living here in Wisconsin and how you can appreciate going to school here in Wisconsin also. First of all, it's always helpful to see a map and to understand where exactly is Wisconsin. And some of us might be very familiar with some of our bigger cities like New York, there on the right side of the map or the east side. And then you might be familiar also with Los Angeles in California. They're on the left side or the west side. So we're familiar with the coasts of the USA. But we are in the center of the US, or we call it the Midwest region. And you can see the state of Wisconsin highlighted there in the color red. And then in the zoomed in circle, you can see where Milwaukee is with the white star. And Milwaukee is the biggest city in the state of Wisconsin. The capital is Madison, so you might have heard of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, as it's a top university in the U.S. And then also on that map, you'll see that Chicago is close by, about a 75-minute drive away is the Chicago O'Hare Airport. So we're conveniently located, easy to get to. And I want to tell you about why the Midwest region in Wisconsin is a fun place to live. We can look at the next slide. Thank you, Mr. Dewey. So I said Wisconsin's in the Midwest. The Midwest region is known for being friendly. People like to say hi to get to know you. So you'll be able to be known here at this high school. People want to know where you're from, what are foods that you like to eat, What are some cultures and traditions that you celebrate in your home? So a friendly environment. We also are have a cheaper cost of living. So there's great services here, a great lifestyle, but not as expensive as other cities like Los Angeles and New York. And we also get to celebrate or live in the four seasons of winter, spring, summer, and the fall time. And you'll see in some of these pictures some of the many different venues, facilities that are available in Milwaukee. First of all, Milwaukee is by Lake Michigan. It's one of the five Great Lakes here in the USA. Lake Michigan might look like an ocean, but it's not. It's a freshwater lake. It's so far across you can't see the other side. And in fact, I've been able to take a boat, a ferry across Lake Michigan as well. But there's museums there, walking paths, biking paths. It's just a very beautiful place to visit. We also have shopping malls and public markets with different foods that are available, different shops where you can easily get winter weather gear if you need that, or just other fun name brand shops. Part of the fun of living in a big city and living in Milwaukee is that there's food from all around the world. So we do have Asian grocery markets where you can buy Asian foods and cook in our dorm as well. And then we also have some major league sports teams, and that'll be our next slide. The Milwaukee Bucks, NBA Milwaukee Bucks. They are a championship caliber basketball team. And every year, the international students, we get to go to a Bucks game together. We'll be going in March this year. And usually we get to go down to the floor at the end of the game and take a picture, maybe shoot the basketball also. But it's a fun venue to visit, lots of energy. Another venue we have is American Family Field with the Milwaukee Brewers. This is our Major League Baseball team. And this field is very unique in that the roof opens and closes. So if there's inclement weather, the roof will actually shut. But it's again a good way to experience this new place that you live in. And sports are a big part of American culture, so it's fun to visit these sports venues. Thank you, Mr. Dewey.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit now about a very important aspect of coming to study abroad, where the students will live. Well, we do have both a dormitory and a homestay program. Most of our international students live in the on-campus dormitory, so we'll focus some time right now on that. The dormitory is still quite new. It was built just in 2019. It takes less than 2 minutes to walk from the dormitory building to the school building, so it's very convenient for students. And we'll show you a neighborhood map in just a moment too, so you can see what the neighborhood looks like. I would say it's a quiet residential neighborhood. Inside, you'll be impressed by the modern feel of the dormitory. There's 3 floors. The first floor has a lot of shared common living and collaborating space. You can see a meeting area. There's a large kitchen. Not that we require students to cook. All of the meals are provided, but we know that cooking foods is a great way to share culture and to make sure that students have some control of the comforts of what they're eating too. And so a lot of students appreciate the kitchen and make great use of it. There's a lounge for study area, for watching TV, for movies, doing karaoke, playing ping pong together. And then the pictures you see below are pictures of what the apartment suites look like. And I'll say that our dormitory is set up different from, I would say, most high school dormitories. Usually in a high school dormitory, I'm thinking of a long hallway and then lots of bedrooms, and then a bathroom for a lot of people at the end of the hallway. And we designed our dormitory very different from that, to have an extra level of comfort and community. So you can see that as you walk into an apartment suite, there is a common space, and then there are three double bedrooms. Double bedroom means that students will be expected to share a room with a student. It will be a student from a different country, a different first language. We know one of the major reasons for families to send their child is to grow in their English skills. So that's important for us to provide access to having a roommate that's going to be a partner in learning and speaking English together. And then two bathrooms. So really, that's a great ratio that three students per bathroom, and you know who is using your bathroom. It's not a communal bathroom for everyone on the floor. Our floors are divided by gender. So the third floor of the dormitory is a girls' floor. Second floor is a boys' floor, and at the end of the first floor, there is some space for boys as well. Um, so that way, there's a lot of security in the dorm. We know that the boys can't go to the girls' floor, the girls can't go to the boys' floor, and there are dorm teacher supervisors who live in the dormitory as well, and always 24/7 care, taking care of the students. So you can see what's in the neighborhood here as well. The picture in the middle is kind of an aerial view of the of Honey Creek Hall, the name of our dormitory. And as you look overhead, you can see the school within a close walking distance. In front of the dormitory, you can also see there's a nice green field. The students like to play soccer there in the afternoons after school when the weather's nice. There's a basketball court, a half court just for the dormitory students as well. And then as you walk around the neighborhood, again, it's a quieter residential neighborhood, very safe, but there's access to things that are very convenient for the students. There's two coffee shops within a few minute walk, Starbucks and another local coffee shop. There is a grocery store named Pick and Save, 2 minutes walk from the high school. Students love the fact that they can stop by Pick and Save and pick up some snacks, some treats, some drinks, and that they have that great convenience nearby. Across the street, there's also a local park that has tennis courts, another basketball court, an area for students to run and maybe play a sport that has more running, like ultimate frisbee, or a bigger soccer field too. There's a few restaurants in the area like Subway and Pizza Hut. There is a local custard stand. It's the oldest custard stand in Milwaukee, called Gillies. And if you don't know what custard is, it's like a sweeter form of ice cream. And finally, there's also a pharmacy, CVS pharmacy nearby too. We think it's really important to take care of the students. The dormitory is not just a place for the students to sleep at night, but there's a program and a wraparound care for the students, very intentional through our residential program. First of all, it's helping the students take care of their bodies by providing nutritious meals. Every meal is provided, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. Most of the meals, the students walk into the school cafeteria for the meals, but on the weekend breakfast, the breakfasts are served in the first floor of the dormitory. We have a school nurse on staff, and right now it's time for students to be walking to school. It's still early in the morning here, and our nurse is at the dormitory doing check-ins with the students. If students don't feel well, they can come in and get help from the school nurse. She's in the school building during the school day to take care of the students as well. Um, there is a supervised study hall in the evening. So on Sunday night through Thursday night from 7 to 8:30 p.m., students get extra care and support and focus for their academic studies. Um, Most weekends, there are activities that the dorm offers, taking students to various places around the city. There's a lot of things to sign up for: museums, sports games, apple picking in the fall, going to the zoo, going doing archery. So we find a lot of fun activities to prepare for the students. On the weekends, we also open up the gym inside of the school and the weight room, so that the students have fitness opportunities, especially in the winter time where it's colder here. People like to do athletic activities indoors. So it's great that we are able to open that up for the students. And finally, every weekend, we also offer a shuttle for shopping. Maybe that's a grocery store or the mall or a bigger store like Target. We have the students do a poll, a survey, and they can sign up for what their preference is. And we rotate the different stores throughout the month. So different student interest or different student needs are taken care of every month.
All right, thank you, Eric. Uh, Another important part of student life is the classes, the academic curriculum to prepare students for university, for college, for their next steps in life. We want to help students find success. And since we have a high school of 900 plus students, we're able to offer more than 150 academic courses here at the high school. That obviously doesn't mean that every student takes 150 courses, but there are many, many options to pick from. Many electives where students can explore their interests and see if they would like to study this further in university and maybe pursue this subject matter as a career, like chemistry that's pictured here on this slide. So let me take you through some of the unique course offerings that we have. First of all, we follow a curriculum called Project Lead the Way. This is our STEM curriculum, or our science, technology, engineering, mathematics curriculum. We have a variety of engineering classes and CAD classes that eventually lead also into a co-curricular known as robotics. So we work closely with other professionals in the area, and we're able to bring students through engineering curriculum to eventually, if they want to join a co-curricular, build a robot and compete against other high schools in in these competitions and able to meet other friends and American students. So STEM is a curriculum that we have. You'll notice here in the red, there are new classes that are highlighted that we offer this year. So our school administration values the diversity, the variety of classes that we can offer, and they hire new teachers or look at hiring new teachers where we can offer these other classes like string orchestra and treble choir. We're known for our music, so students are able to sing, play instruments, and then these classes, these in-school classes, they also lead into co-curricular activities where these groups perform concerts after the school hours. Next, we'll be looking at our visual arts. We do offer, besides the performing arts with music, we offer AP level art classes as well. And you can see there AP visual art, 2D and 3D design. A lot of students, they like ceramics, so making mugs and plates and bowls, drawing and painting. And one of our art teachers, she's lived in Thailand also for a few years. So there are other teachers here that have experience living overseas and can connect with their students in that way. But if art is another way that you communicate besides your language, art is fun to use. Some of our practical arts classes, like culinary arts or our foods class, there are various levels there. I like this class because if there's leftover food at the end of the day, the students are willing to share this food with some of the teachers. We have a fashion design club where you can learn how to just sew buttons back on your clothes if they fall off, but you can learn how to make the shirt. And also the fashion design classes, they will make the costumes for our drama productions as well. We also have graphic design, house and interior design, and then woods and metal shops. When we tour the school, I really like to show off our woods class, our metal shop. Other schools around the world might not have classrooms like this, but in these classes, you can learn how to make pieces of furniture, how to work on small engines, how to weld or connect metal together. So very interactive classes. We do offer a variety of business courses, and some being AP classes. I ask a lot of students, what would you like to be in the future? And they might say, I want to be a business person. So we're able to offer these various classes to see, is this something you'd like to actually do? And again, these business classes will lead into an activity outside of school where students can get involved in business competitions, making friends with their classmates, and then meeting other people from various high schools. What I also like about this picture is it shows off um, our style of education. So you can see these students that are learning together. It's interactive and we focus on classroom discussion where students are given a short lecture, but then also researching together, solving problems together, good group talk where we can learn good communication skills and leadership skills. So if business is an area that you like to study, we offer a variety of business classes. And then I said earlier that I teach a class. I teach one of our theology or faith-based courses here to new international students. And it's called Introduction to Christianity. But you might think, well, why do we offer theology classes? We want to share our values, our core values with our students. And you'll see the graphic on the right side there, the Wisco Way. These are the 10 characteristics or values that we like to instill in our students and our faculty and staff. Each month, we recognize one of these words. So this month we'll be focusing on the word of wisdom, and we highlight an older student, both a male and female, and we'll see how do they use wisdom in their lives, and we'll talk about them at a special school assembly. And then this is a way that we can encourage living with good values, showing love, showing respect to others in our lives. These classes also offer spiritual encouragement to our students, and maybe importantly too, it shares culture. The U.S. was founded on Christian values, and this is a way that we can share U.S. culture more with our students. Thanks, Mr. Dewey. Then here you'll see a listing of our AP classes and our college credit courses highlighted in red. Many of us might be familiar with AP, Advanced Placement. You take this advanced curriculum, and at the end of the course, you can take the big exam, the AP exam. And if you score high enough on the AP exam, then you can get college credit. However, the US is starting to offer more and more college credit courses, or we might refer to them as dual credit. Dual meaning two, you can get credit in high school. You can also get college credit. So you can take a course and already start building a college transcript. For example, on the bottom of that red list, you'll see general college physics. We have a physics professor at a college nearby that teaches his class in the college, and then he comes to the high school and he teaches his course here to our high school students, the same college class. So students can already start taking college level classes, earning a college transcript and college credit here in high school. Um, and it's a unique way to save money, but to already start building a college resume as you get ready for your college applications. And then another important part is college counseling, and college preparedness. We have an office known as Student Services. In that office are three counselors, there's a school registrar, there's a systems specialist that helps with all of our applications. The important thing for you to know about this office is that it helps you plan your courses while you're in high school. So if you apply to Wisconsin Lutheran High School, you're admitted, you will get to meet with a counselor over Zoom before you arrive and plan out your classes here at Wisco. That counselor will also get to know your goals, what you'd like to achieve in the future, what are some colleges you're interested in, and then as you're a student here, they can guide you in preparing for college. And then ultimately, during your senior year, help you with your college and university applications. So we do have one-on-one college counseling here, college planning. That's a service that's included with our tuition and fees. It's not something that's needed to be found separately. And this again is a way that we can encourage students in their whole lives. We want to just show you a list of colleges that our international students have been accepted to. And you can look at these colleges for yourself. But it's always good to know, or you think of, if my student goes to university or goes to high school in the USA, what universities might they be able to go to? So you'll see a list of universities that are close by in Wisconsin in the Midwest area. Some students realize I really like living in this part of the US, and we have good universities nearby. But you will also see universities on the East Coast and the West Coast. So our counselors help students get prepared to attend these universities if it is their dream to go there. And then you'll also see University of Toronto on here as well. So we do have some students that have also gone to school in Canada. Thanks, Mr. Dewey.
Yeah, we'll change gears here and we'll talk about another important aspect of coming to the USA for high school study. And I think this is one of the reasons students desire to come to the USA is not just the academics, but they know that the high school experience here includes more. It includes after school clubs, sports activities, and the students they see American movies sometimes and they get excited by all the opportunities that exist here. And so I want to show some of the exciting opportunities that do exist here at Wisco and explain why too. Why is this important? It's not, we think of students more than just their academic minds. We want to think of them as whole people and their character and their talents and work with them to become well-rounded people. So it's important for us to offer and really push our international students to get involved in these activities. These activities help students develop soft skills like leadership, cross-cultural communication and understanding, building friendships with students that have similarities and similar interests. Great way to practice English authentically. And it helps students overall just increase their confidence, their independence, their ability to select things of interest, and that leads them to greater success. We find that students who are more involved in a well-rounded assortment of activities are more successful here in their overall high school experience. When you think of USA, you often think of sports. So we're going to start with the sports co-curricular activities. Here in the USA, we divide sports into three athletic seasons. So you'll see a screen here about the fall athletics, then we'll move on to winter and then spring. Um, so these sports that you see listed here are offered during the fall. There are some that are just boys sports, some that are girl sports, some that are both. Some sports require a tryout, which means that not everyone who wants to be on the team can earn a spot. So you have to show a significant level of skill to make the team. Some sports don't require a tryout, so anyone who wants to participate can make the team. So if you have any particular questions about a sport, let us know and we can answer that at the end. We're excited that this year we are offering some new sports. We'll get to the boys swim in just a moment as a winter sport. Next year, for the first time, we get to offer girls swim. So we're really excited about that. Oops, we'll go back one slide here. Here's the winter sports. So basketball, both for boys and girls. Cheerleading is a girls' sport. That's a sport that carries on from both the fall and the winter season, as does dance as well. Wrestling is both a boys and girls sport. Very open to anyone who's willing to participate. Um, I want to brag for just a moment about our boys basketball team. You can see in the picture here that they're wearing some medals and have a big trophy in front of them. This is a picture from this past March where our boys basketball team was the state champion for the second year in a row um, at, for the entirety of the state of Wisconsin. This year, again, we are ranked number one in Wisconsin. We're actually ranked nationally in the top 20 nationally for our boys basketball team. It's incredible the talent, um, and so it's a fun atmosphere to be part of sports, whether you are participating in the sport or if you are a spectator watching the sport and cheering them on. That's part of the high school experience too. Most of our sports have multiple levels of competition. So there's a varsity level, and then a junior varsity level, and then perhaps even a freshman level or a junior varsity two level, they call it. So almost all of the sports have 2 to 3 levels of competition, which enhances the opportunities for students to participate. You can see our spring sports listed here. Baseball for boys, golf for boys and girls can participate. Girls soccer is a spring sport. Softball is a girls sport. Track and field is a boys and girls sport, and it's actually the biggest sport that we offer, the most popular. Um, Hundreds of students participate in track and field. It's a great fun way in the spring to get active again, and there's so many different activities in track and field. So students, especially international students, really love track and field. In terms of our athletic facilities, we have a lot of great investment in recent years to enhance our outdoor athletic facilities. You can see a brand new track and field and artificial turf for American football and soccer that's used there. Behind that, you can see a small baseball practice field. Inside we have 3 gymnasiums. We have a weight room. We have staff, amazing coaching staff, and also a full-time strength and conditioning coach so that students can be training for sports year-round. Maybe you're not an athletic student, and that's okay. There's still other activities at the school for students to be involved in that are team-based, and you can represent the school, earn team or individual awards. So you can see a listing of some of those here. Esports is very popular, I would say, especially among our international students. They've been great contributors over the years for our successful esports team. Math team, robotics, speech, all of these are really great opportunities for international students to get involved. I like to think of theater also as a team. You have the students who are actors and actresses performing in front of people, but you also have the students who are, like Mr. King said before, uh, doing the costumes or doing the hair and the makeup, designing the set, moving the set between the scenes of the performance. So usually in a school performance, there's over 100 students that might be involved. So it's a big production. Our school does two major performances each year, a fall drama and a spring musical. There's also a drama club that meets throughout the year for students who are interested in enhancing their performance skills. Um, as Nate said earlier, we have a fantastic music program, both as the academic classes offered, but also the co-curricular after-school opportunities with jazz band or marching band, steel pan drum. You can see that listed. We have the largest steel pan drum band in Wisconsin. That's like I think of it as the music of the Caribbean islands, these big steel pan drums, and you feel like you're sitting on an island listening to great music. And they perform around our Milwaukee area, but they also travel every year to Canada to lead a camp. Um, there's a show choir, so students who are interested in singing and dancing, there's outlets for them as well. Volunteerism is a big part of our culture, and it's also a big program that we offer here at Wisco. It's one of our biggest co-curricular activities. So throughout the year, there are opportunities for students to sign up and participate in local volunteer events. Maybe that's at a local school or a local church, a local community center, helping with a children's program, a sports program. And this is a great way for students to get involved, get outside of themselves, see the community of need around them. It helps them with their self-esteem, feeling that they've done something of value that serves other people. It also looks good on students' university resumes that they've been involved in community service projects. Now, throughout the year, there's activities in the Milwaukee area, but um, there are opportunities for students to get involved in global projects or national projects as well. We do travel nationally, as you can see on the map, and internationally. And sometimes, for example, in Thailand, we have some students from Thailand, and when a Wisco student group comes, our Wisco Thailand students can be involved in that. So it's a great way for our international students to also share their culture and be cultural ambassadors when Wisco comes to their country. Over 60 clubs on campus. So there's something for everyone. There's something that students didn't know that they were interested in, that they can learn a new skill, passion, talent. Right now, we're going through the winter ski and snowboarding season. We offer usually four opportunities, 3 to 4 opportunities each winter to do a ski outing at a local ski hill. And we're not talking like the Alps or major mountains. We don't have mountains here in Wisconsin, but for students who want to have an experience skiing, being here in Wisconsin is a great place to try skiing and snowboarding. Future business leaders of America, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen to be part of FBLA. That's a great group for students to develop business skills, to do networking, to get involved in competitions, earn team or individual awards as well. Really something for everyone, as you can see on the list.
Thank you, Eric. Some other opportunities are developing our leadership skills, how we communicate with other people, gaining confidence. And there's a few of these groups that I would like to highlight here. First on top of the list is our student government, or sometimes we refer to it as student council. This group helps to organize different events and activities that we have here at this school. That might be some of our school dances like high school homecoming. Or this next week, we have a week called Festival Week. During the week, there are special dress up days where students can wear different clothes, like Pajama Day, and they can wear their pajamas to school. Or maybe Crazy Hair Day, and they can wear their hair in a unique way, a unique hairdo. And there's usually a school spirit day where we wear the school colors. And you might have noticed in this PowerPoint presentation the colors blue and red. Blue is our primary color. It's behind Mr. Dewey on his wall. So that's a big Wisconsin Lutheran color, and then red is also a color. And then there's usually dances at the end of these spirit weeks. They also will talk with students and see what are things that you'd like changed at the high school. And they talk to the high school president and principal. So it's learning some leadership skills that way. Also, we have residential activities committee and global leadership team on the bottom. These are maybe a little bit more specific to international students. The RAC or RAC, they help organize the activities for our students who live in the dormitory. And then the global leadership team, they help me organize the American Mentor Program to new international students. This team, GLT, is 6 American students and 6 international students who have been students at the high school for a while, and they would like to be able to help welcome new international students into our school. So our next slide shows the American Mentor to New International Student Program. Again, this is a special program that gives one-on-one peer programming or time with an American student to specifically help you as a new international student acclimate to your new environment, feel welcome, try some new activities in Milwaukee, and then also gives you an opportunity to show off your culture. When you would arrive as a new international student, we begin with a week of new international student orientation programming. And that first day you get to meet your American mentor. You get to know who they are. You get to introduce yourself. You walk around school with them and see where your classrooms are, understand how to open up your locker. And then you get to walk around school and see some of the shops like the ice cream custard shop or the pharmacy or the grocery store. You get to do that with your mentor. And then once a month, we do an activity together, a school program activity. As I said earlier, yesterday we went snow tubing. So we went to a snow hill and we were able to ride some big tubes or like a big tire down the snow mountain and enjoy laughing together, enjoy the ski lodge and getting hot cocoa and some snacks. So we get to do an activity like this once a month. And then that mentor too helps you get involved in a co-curricular activity or helps you get brave and talk to your teacher for help. So they're really a friend that can help you during your whole time at the high school, but specifically that first year. Some other special programs for international students. We do offer ESL, or we call them ELL classes. We have 3 levels of these special English classes to help you gain confidence and fluency and proficiency in the English language. And then we have a student success center or a center in our library. And in that center are tutors that are there just to help you with classes if you need extra help. Or during your study hall during the day, they're there to help you as well. Some other special programming are university tours and seminars. Sometimes we have university representatives come to our high school and they can talk directly with students about what it looks like to apply to university, what are the credentials that we're looking for on an application, and then unique things or lifestyles in universities. So about banking, about healthcare, about being more independent. So we can have seminars here at the high school. We also sometimes travel to universities and do university tours as well, so that you can get to know what does American university look like. We also offer private music lessons here. So if you play piano or saxophone or trumpet and you want to continue private music lessons, you can. Or if you want to learn how to play an instrument, you can do that here. Part of the program fees is a first semester or 1 semester of private music lessons. And then after that, you can pay to continue those lessons. We do also offer a host family program. So not all of our students live at the dorm. A few do live with host families throughout the year. That's something that families could ask for if you would like that more one-on-one care from an American family. However, the dorm is closed 3 times during the school year. During American Thanksgiving, the semester break usually happens around Christmas. And then also our spring break or a 1 week holiday during the spring semester. At this time, students can travel back home during the semester break and during spring break. Um, but if they want to, we can help them find a host family. And specifically during American Thanksgiving in November, we will help all of our students find a host family so they get this unique experience to learn about American culture within a family setting. But during the other breaks, semester break and spring break, if students want to live with a host family, there is an additional cost of $250 per week. But as a reminder, during Thanksgiving, the host family experience is free.
Well, I think we have a lot of people who are interested in our program, and they want to learn about how do I take the next step? How do I apply for the school? So we want to make the application easy and seamless for you. And Nate and I are going to be your main points of contact for that, and we're here to help. So the first thing that you would do is you would create an account in our on our school website. You go to our website wlhs.org/international, and then you just click apply now. And then you get taken to an informational page that tells you all the documents you need to prepare. You click proceed to application and you create an online account, and you fill out the information. You go back and you upload the documents, the supporting documents. And then when we have those documents, either Nate or I will contact the student to set up a video interview, a admissions interview, so we can get to know the student more deeply and see some of the what makes the student unique and whether the student would be a good fit at our school and if our school would be a good fit for the student. After we have all of that information and our admissions team has had a time to review the complete application profile, we'll announce the decision, and we want to work as quickly and efficiently. We know it's important to be timely on this, and we'll be as responsive and prompt as we can be through the admissions process. We use February 1st as our priority application deadline. And I see that's coming up pretty soon here, right? In 2 weeks, we're getting to February 1st. But don't worry, as space is still available, we continue to accept applications. We accept applications throughout the year. We do have 2 points of entry. The main primary point of entry to our school is the beginning of the fall semester. That's the traditional beginning of the school year in early August. We do have a few students every year who begin with us in the beginning of the second semester, which is a early January start. Um, in the summertime, classes aren't happening, the classes that Nate described. However, we do offer in July a fantastic summer camp program for international students. We call it the the English Excellence Summer Camp. It's open and available for students from around the world, ages 13 through 17. It's an almost 3 week experience, not quite 3 weeks. Um, and the intention is that students get immersed in our school culture, taking some morning special classes and field trips every afternoon, every weekend, living in our dorm. So getting a mini taste of what it would be like to come here and study. Um, so we do have some students who choose to come here for our summer camp program. Um, and then they have such a wonderful experience that they come back in a future year as a full-time student. Or some students who are planning to come for the fall, but they want to build their English skills and have a very immersive experience before that to prepare them. And our summer camp can be a great way for them to do that as well. The classes that are taught in the morning, some of them are English skills specific. So taking a class in English reading and English writing, English speaking and listening, um, and grammar, vocabulary instruction, but also some special academic content areas. We don't want it to just be about learning English skills, but we want them to get a taste of what classes are like here too. So we do have our biology teacher come in and they'll take a week of biology, learning about animals and natural things in our Wisconsin area. Um, there is an American history and culture class, and there's also an arts class as well. So a very full experience with our Wisco teachers teaching those classes. Like I said, every afternoon, every weekend, there's a fun trip. It's very busy. The students their schedules are full of activities, so they sleep well at night, having a long day of classes, of activities, evening events. So we want to give them the greatest experience possible in a 3 week span. Yep, go ahead, Nate.
Unmute myself. Thank you, Mr. Dewey. Some other ways to stay connected and get to know our school a bit better. We do have a virtual tour on our website. So if you go to our international website, you will see a link to that virtual tour. You can explore the school and then also click on some videos to understand some of those rooms better and what activities are offered there. You are currently listening to one of our WLHS International live programs. We do have other live programs from the past that are recorded, and those are available for you to view as well. Some of those are not overviews like today is, but they focus on special programs or you meet teachers, coaches. So there might be one of interest to you there. And then, of course, we do have our YouTube channel with many different videos on there about the school, not just the international program, but many other aspects of the high school as well. So those are fun ways to stay connected. And we'd just like to end today with seeing, do any of you have questions that you would like to ask now? Again, remembering that this is recorded so that your question will be recorded on an archive. You can type those in the chat. You can ask those now if you want to unmute yourself. Or if you would like to just email Eric or me privately, you can do that as well. But we'll just see, would any of you like to ask questions now in front of this group?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yep,
Yes,
hi,
we
Vera.
can hear you.
My name is Vera. I'm the agent based in the United States, targeted at CIS countries. And all my clients, they first ask about the religious affiliation of the school. Can I ask you, like you mentioned some religious classes, are they obligatory? And if yes, can you give us more details?
Yeah, it's a good question, a great question. They are required for graduation. Religion classes are required. However, These are classes where we want to share with you. There's nothing that's forced or required to believe in or to accept. So we want to share values, culture, and thinking of these classes more as a philosophy class, less so as a way that you must act or think or feel.
Thank you.
Does that help, or do you
Yeah,
need
thank
more
you.
clarity?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think students see where the love comes from that they experience in the classrooms too. They see that their teachers want to be here, want to help them be successful, and then they can learn, okay, this is why teachers have the care that they do in our classrooms.
And I'll just add one thing too, that I think sometimes students have an apprehension about like, but I don't have a background in the Christian religion, and so I'm going to get a low grade in the class. But we have the class is taught at various levels. So we have a class specific to international students with a very limited or no background in Christian religion. Yeah, that Nate teaches, called Introduction to Christianity. And so, um, the, and that's actually true for any class. We're going to
Mhm.
place the students in the class that's appropriate for their skill level, whether that's math or science, social studies. We're going to evaluate who they are as a person and their educational background. So that includes the religion class too, because we want students to be able to achieve great things, and we know that they come from different backgrounds. So we're going to place them in the appropriate academic level and give them the support they need to be successful.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question.
And are there any other questions?
As a reminder, you can reach out to us if you don't have our personal email addresses. This is an easy one to remember: international at WLHS.org. And both Nate and I will receive that, and we'll be able to respond to your email inquiry if you have any further questions. But for now, we just want to let you know to stay tuned. We are making plans for the next live program that we'll do. And as soon as we have details on that, we will send you, all of you who have registered for today's program, the heads up on that so you can know about our exciting next program. So we're looking forward to sharing that with you once we have those details. But for now, we thank you that you've joined this program today. We appreciate your time. We have people from many different time zones here. So we thank you no matter where you are, if it's morning, afternoon, or night for you. We thank you for joining, and we wish you a wonderful rest of your day. And please be in touch with us. However we can help, we will be glad to do that. So thank you for your time, everyone.